Hello.
Hello.
We are Mac.
And Jose.
And we are the Yooper Farmsteaders. Today, it is snowy and cold outside.
Very, very snow.
But we have chicks and ducks arriving next week. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But we have to get ready for them. We're not prepared at all.
No.
We have nothing ready. So today we are going to focus on building the brooders. And we're going to build a chick brooder and a duck brooder. This video is going to be all about the duck brooder though. You'll want to stay tuned and see what we have going on. Before we get started though, Jose, what should they do first?
Subscribe.
They should subscribe to this. If you are a farmsteader or a homesteader or you're getting ready to get some ducklings, you want to watch this video about the brooder because ducks have some special needs that chickens don't have, and you're going to want to be able to take care of those when you build the brooder because it's going to make your life a lot easier down the road. Right, Jose?
Yeah.
Because what do ducks love?
Water.
They love water, and they will make a complete mess of it. So our brooder is going to show you how to take care of that. So if you like this video, thumbs us up, and here we go.
Yep.
So today, Jose and I are working on the duck brooder, and we're getting started by cutting all of our 2x6s. Now the other thing is we used 2x6s. I highly recommend for you use 2x4s. We used 2x6s because the previous owner left a bunch here laying around, and what I like the best is free material. So we built these out of 2x6s, but it makes for a very heavy and bulky brooder. So if you can use 2x4s, I think that's a better option. With my handy dandy cheat sheet here, I know exactly what we need to cut. So we will be cutting 6 lengths that are 2 foot 7.5 inches, 3 pieces that are 3 foot 9 inches, and 2 pieces that are 4 foot 1 inch. Never leave Jose alone with the measuring tape.
Hey!
All right, now Jose and I are cutting the 2x4 for the light bar. That'll be 1 piece exactly 4 feet, and then we'll cut the other piece in half, so they'll be about 2 feet long. The last pieces of wood we need to cut are the 2x8s for the water. I don't remember what size those are. Let me go check. So on the 2x8s, it's one 30 3/4 inch long, and the other one is, Jose, what did I say? 19.5?
Yep.
Okay, I remember now. 30 3/4, 2 at 19.5. Okay, so with the 2x8s, it's a little too much width. We need to cut these down to just 6 inches. So we're gonna go ahead and do that on the table saw. Okay, so the last thing to cut is the pieces of plywood, but Jose and I did that earlier when we built the chick brooder. So the plywood needs to be cut. The bottom is 4 foot by 3 foot 9 inches. The 2 side walls are going to be 4 foot by 2.5 foot. And then the front and the back will both be 4 foot by 2 foot 7.5 inches. And the front will need a door cut out of it for the water catch. Okay, so we're going to get started building.
Let's go.
Okay, so Jose and I are now putting together the 3 braces for the brooder itself, and that's one of the pieces we cut 3 foot 9 inches, and then on the edges of those will be these pieces we cut 2 foot 7.5 inches. And that's 3, and now we're gonna put the floor into these 3 braces. All right, now for the 2 side pieces that are cut 4 feet by 2.5 feet. All right, that's the side. I'm gonna put the back on. So like I mentioned earlier, ducks are different from chicks in the fact that they make a mess out of their water. They love to play in their water, they dip their bills in it, shake it everywhere. Literally, it's the most obnoxious thing about ducks, but I love raising ducks. So in order to overcome that or to compensate it, we put a water tub underneath the level of the bedding, and what that does is going to allow the water to drip through from their waterers right into this tub, and I can empty this tub once a day depending on how many ducks are in the brooder, and keep the bedding dry and let them play in their water as much as they want. Okay, so the tray I'm using for water catchment for the duck brooder is just going to be one of these little concrete mixing containers. These things are really nice. It's just about the perfect size for this brooder. You can use any container that holds water. And a lot of people use the paint trays that people use for their paint rollers. Those work really nice, but when you're dealing with more than maybe 10 to 12 birds, you're going to need something larger. Otherwise, you'll be emptying that tray several times a day. And then once that's framed in here, this will slide in from the outside underneath here, and there will be wire mesh over this, and their water will sit right on top of it. It's actually quite brilliant, and if you're raising ducks, is a necessity. Now the piece of plywood for the front has to be done, but first we need to cut out this section for where this will slide in and out. Okay, so the next thing we're doing is these things are fairly heavy and awkward. You want to be able to easily pick up and move things that you want to be moved on your farm. And so we are going to put a handle here. It'll just be a 2x6 that goes all the way across here, so we can bend down and pick this sucker up anytime we want, because eventually they will get moved. Not this winter, but maybe next winter, from our garage over to the barn. All right, so now with the handles installed, it's really easy for Jose and I to move it together. Woo! Okay, you don't need to go that far. Okay. All right, the last thing I want to show you is the light bar. So let me get all the stuff together and we'll put that together. Okay, so on this brooder, we're going to be using 2 heat lamps. I have one set up with a 125 watt bulb and one set up with a 250 watt bulb. We'll see how warm it gets inside of the brooder and then decide if we want to change out bulbs or do something different. Then I removed these clips off of the lights. It's really easy to do. They're very simple because I just want to be able to hang from this one hook right here. So then I have a piece of chain that's 2 feet long like this with a carabiner on the end, and the lights just hang right at the end of that carabiner. And it makes very simple. This chain allows us to raise and lower the lights as needed. The last thing is this 2x4. We're going to be using hooks such as this to hang the lights from the top of this light bar. I've already installed one of the hooks, and we'll get the other one installed right now.
You are very strong.
As Jose points out, it would be easier to pre-drill the hole and then put these in, but why bother when you can just push really hard and get it done? Okay, so now we're going to put 2 2x4s on the side of this and then screw this in on top. Now the beauty with this system is with this chain and this hook, I can hang these lights at any level I want. So I just hook it here. If I want to drop it closer to the bedding, I can hook it here. Or I can bring it all the way up to the top and just hang it from the carabiner, like so. And adjust the temperature in here very easily for the ducks.
Wow, nice.
Nice and easy. Okay, so the last thing is to put together the wire mesh that the water for the ducks is going to sit on and allow the water to drip through underneath. So what I did is I cut this piece of 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch welded wire, 20 inches by 30 inches. And then I cut all of these 1x2s. They are 29.5 inches. There's 4 of those, and then 4 of them that are 19.5 inches. What we're going to do is screw these together, one on top of the other, with this in between, and then the water will sit right in the middle here and drip down into the tray we built in there. The one important thing you want to know is when you're building this, is you're going to stagger the edges. So you'll set one here and then set one back a little bit and put one in here like this when you build the corners. That way it gives you a little bit more stability. Okay, so now we're going to set this right on top of the frame in here.
Wow.
All right, looks perfect. And then the waterers are just going to sit right here.
Wow, good
Woo!
job. Good job.
All right, this is our duck brooder.
It is?
Yep.
Wow, nice.
Yep. Can we finish the video now?
Okay.
All right, Jose and I hope you enjoyed our duck brooder build. As you can see, different than chickens, we put down a wire mesh so their water can drip through into a large bin to keep their bedding dry.
Yeah, smart idea.
Yep. So if you enjoyed today's video, we hope you'll thumbs it up. And we hope if you are getting ducklings anytime in the next year, that you will subscribe to our channel, because ducks are my absolute favorite, and we'll be putting them on pasture next spring, and you can follow us as we do that. Again, we are Mac.
And Jose.
And we are the Yooper Farmsteaders.
Yeah.